Brandon Osuna. Welcome to your first video, man. In this video, we're going to talk about everything that you do well as a hitter. And we're going to do this by comparing you to Vernon Wells. So we're going to show you that what you're doing is a lot like Vernon Wells. And we know that he's a successful hitter in Major League Baseball. And I know for me, if I want to be great at something, I need to compare myself to people that are already great at it. And so that's why we're using Vernon Wells. And the second reason why we're using Vernon Wells is because you guys are very similar. You start with a wide stance, and you have a lot of the same types of actions as a hitter. Okay, your style is similar. So what I'm going to do first is I want to play both your and Vernon Wells' swings simultaneously. Okay, and when I do that, what I want you to pay attention to is, okay, how am I like Vernon Wells? And then pay attention to, okay, how am I different than Vernon Wells? And what can I do to get even better? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about specific strengths you have as a hitter in this video. All right, so you saw the swing a couple of times. Now let's break this down. Let's talk about what you're doing well. First thing, I love the stance position, man. I love the wide foundation that you've created. You can see that Vernon Wells is the same kind of thing. I love the balance that you create. You can see here with Vernon Wells, his eyes are right here, his belly button's right here, which means that he's balanced. So if he was to turn his head and look at us over here on the screen, his head would be right in the middle of his body. And you'll look on the left and you can see that you're doing the same thing. We'll draw that little dot right here, draw that little dot right here. So at your stance position, you're very balanced. All right, now the next thing that great hitters do is they do something called a negative move. So they're going to move back a little bit and get ready to go. And you can see here that as Vernon Wells gets ready to go, he just kind of gets a little bit of the weight on the inside of his back leg. And if you look over here on the left-hand side, you do the same thing. A little bit of weight on the inside of the back leg. And what's really important here is before we stride, again, we have to stay in balance. And you'll see here that Vernon Wells stays in balance. And you're going to see here that you stay in balance. And then we get to the stride. So we're ready to go. We're ready to get to our stride position. And you'll see here as Vernon Wells steps forward, again, he's in a very balanced position. Eyes slightly in front of the belly button. And if we do the same thing here with you, we take you into your stride position. Great balance between the head and the belly button. So I know I'm beating a dead horse right now, but I love the balance that you have as a hitter. And I love the foundation you have as a hitter, okay? And I even love also the angle of your bat when your front foot lands. You can see that the angle of your bat is upright. It's not over your back shoulder or wrapped behind your head. And you can see here with Vernon Wells that his bat is upright. So both of you guys are ready to hit. And then I love where you get when you get to your contact position. You're going to see here, first we'll look at Vernon Wells. He's going to rotate those hips and deliver those hands. And boom, strong contact position, firm front leg, rotating the back foot, head over the knee, hips fully rotated. And if we get you to that same contact position, you're going to notice a lot of similarities. Almost a completely firm front leg right here, just a little bent. Backside's rotated, hips are rotated, and you make good contact. So that's great. Now, what we're going to talk about in your next video is what you can do to get better as a hitter, how you can become a more consistent and powerful hitter. And then you're going to work on that stuff, you're going to commit the time and energy to it, and you're going to see some huge gains in your swing.